Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we have an emotional and dramatic journey to explore, one that centers around love, grief, and the complicated process of moving forward. Trina Robinson is at a crossroads, torn between the past and the future, while Kai Taylor is facing his own personal struggles. But with rumors swirling about Spencer Cassidy's potential return, everything could change in an instant. So, let's dive into the heart of this tangled love story and what it means for the future of General Hospital. The return of Spencer Cassidy, a twist that could change everything. Rumors have been circulating for weeks, and now they are gaining momentum. Spencer Cassidy might be making a grand return in March. For many fans, this is the moment they've been waiting for. Spencer and Trina, affectionately known as Sprina by devoted viewers, shared a love story that captured hearts across Port Charles. But his tragic disappearance left a void, not just for Trina, but for the show itself. If Spencer is indeed alive, it could completely upend Trina's current situation. She has been slowly trying to move forward, opening herself up to the idea of someone new. But if Spencer walks back into her life, there's no doubt that her feelings will come rushing back, throwing her into an emotional tailspin. What will this mean for Kai Taylor? If Trina is still holding on to Spencer in her heart, will she ever be able to truly give herself to Kai? And when faced with the reality of Spencer standing before her once more, will she make the heartbreaking choice to leave Kai behind? The great debate: should Trina move on? Trina's love life has become one of the most passionately debated topics among General Hospital fans. There's a clear divide in opinion, with strong arguments on both sides. On one hand, there are those who believe it's time for Trina to find happiness again. They argue that she deserves to love and be loved, to embrace new possibilities instead of lingering in grief. Kai represents a fresh start, an opportunity to heal and rebuild, and these fans are excited at the thought of seeing Trina step into a new chapter of her life. But then there are the die-hard Sprina fans, those who believe Spencer and Trina's love was something too deep, too significant to be replaced. To them, rushing Trina into a romance with Kai feels forced, as though it diminishes the depth of her loss. They want the show to honor her grief, to allow her time to heal before she even considers moving on. Social media has been abuzz with heated discussions about what direction the writers should take. Should Trina follow her heart and wait for Spencer, or should she take a leap of faith with Kai? And if Spencer does return, will her feelings for Kai vanish as quickly as they appeared? Kai Taylor's inner struggles: is he even ready for love? While much of the focus has been on Trina's emotional turmoil, Kai Taylor is dealing with battles of his own. From the outside, he appears confident, charming, and in control. But beneath the surface, he is facing an identity crisis that could change the course of his life. Kai's football career, which has been his dream and his entire identity for so long, is in jeopardy. Whether due to injuries, shifting priorities, or unforeseen circumstances, he is now being forced to re-evaluate everything he thought he knew about his future. Without football, who is he? What does he want? These are questions that haunt him, leaving little room for romance. While he undeniably cares for Trina, is he in the right headspace to pursue a serious relationship? It's possible that, deep down, Kai is searching for stability in Trina, someone to ground him while his world feels like it's spiraling out of control. But is that fair to her? Is he truly falling for Trina, or is he simply grasping for something steady in the midst of uncertainty? If Spencer returns, Kai might not even have to make the decision. Trina may make it for him. But if he truly cares for her, will he fight for her, or will he accept that her heart was never truly his to begin with? Trina's struggle: holding on to the past or embracing the future? For Trina, the idea of moving on isn't just about fear of heartbreak, it's about loyalty. Losing Spencer was a tragedy that shook her to her core. He wasn't just her boyfriend, he was her best friend, her confidant, and the one person who always saw her for who she truly was. His death, or disappearance, left a wound that still feels fresh, one that she isn't sure she wants to heal. part of her still hopes. She knows that Spencer's body was never found, and while logic tells her to accept his fate, her heart refuses to let go. Every time she even considers getting closer to Kai, the memories of Spencer come rushing back, as if her soul is telling her that it isn't time yet. But is she holding on to a ghost? Is she keeping herself from happiness by refusing to let go, or is her intuition trying to tell her something? The rumors of Spencer's return make this internal battle even more complicated. If she knew, with absolute certainty, that he was gone forever, would she allow herself to fall for Kai? Or would it still feel like a betrayal? These are the questions that will weigh on her mind in the coming weeks. And if Spencer does return, the answer to all of them may become painfully clear. The future of Trina and Kai, a love story that might never begin. Trina and Kai have undeniably developed a connection, one that has deepened even in the face of arguments and misunderstandings. They have begun to see each other beyond the surface, learning each other's strengths and flaws. But is that enough? Kai has grown more comfortable with Trina's bold personality, even her tendency to meddle when she thinks she knows best. But does that mean he's ready to invite her into his life permanently? And does he even have the space in his world for romance when his own future is still uncertain? If Spencer were not in the equation, perhaps things would be different. Perhaps Trina and Kai could slowly build something real. But Spencer is in the equation, and that changes everything. As March approaches, all signs point to a dramatic turning point. If Spencer walks back into Trina's life, it will force her to make a decision that will impact everyone involved. Does she take the leap with Kai, or does she reunite with the love that she never truly got to say goodbye to? No matter what happens, one thing is certain: this love triangle is only just beginning. Final thoughts: the calm before the storm. Trina's journey is far from over, and in the coming weeks, the emotional stakes are only going to rise. Will she choose to move forward with Kai, or is her heart forever tied to Spencer? Is Kai emotionally ready for love, or is he too lost in his own struggles? And most importantly, will Spencer Cassadine really return, or is Trina clinging to a love that only exists in memory? One way or another, the future of General Hospital is about to change forever. Stay tuned for what promises to be one of the most dramatic storylines yet. Next. This week in General Hospital is packed with jaw-dropping moments, shocking revelations, and life-altering decisions. With Carly Spencer dealing with a disturbing discovery, Cyrus Renault's fate hanging in the balance, and the fight for justice for Sam McCall taking center stage, Port Charles is about to be shaken to its core. Who will survive the chaos, and who will finally get the closure they deserve? Let's break down the latest spoilers and analyze what's coming next. Sasha Gilmore Corbin's web of lies: will the truth about her baby be exposed? Jason Morgan has been playing a dangerous game with Sasha Gilmore Corbin, and their deception is about to take a turn for the worse. Their baby daddy charade has managed to fool most people so far, but for how long? Willow Corinthos has already caught a glimpse of the tension when she witnessed Sasha planting an unexpected kiss on Jason at the police station. While Willow may have bought the act for now, doubts are beginning to creep in. Secrets in Port Charles never stay hidden for long, and with so many moving parts in this scheme, it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. If Sasha's unborn child's real father is revealed, it could send shockwaves through multiple lives. Will Jason be able to maintain control over the situation, or will the walls start closing in? And more importantly, what will Willow do with the knowledge she's slowly piecing together? The aftermath of Cyrus Renault's reign of terror. Anna Devane steps in. Anna Devane has spent years navigating the gray areas of justice, but this time, she might have an impossible mess to clean up. With Cyrus Renault's fate hanging in the balance, the fallout from his crimes is bound to be complicated, especially if Jason Morgan has had any hand in it. Cyrus has been a thorn in Port Charles's side for too long, but is his end finally here? After countless plots, betrayals, and attacks, he may finally meet his demise. If so, Who will be held responsible for taking him down? If Jason is involved, that could complicate matters further. Jason has already walked a fine line between being a hero and a vigilante, and if he plays a role in Cyrus' downfall, it could trigger an entirely new set of consequences. Anna is no stranger to difficult decisions, but this one may be one of the toughest yet. Will she protect Jason, or will she be forced to uphold the law, even if it means turning against an ally? Lucky Spencer's brush with death. Will his family get the happy ending they need? The Spencer family has been through their fair share of tragedies, and Lucky Spencer's latest encounter with Cyrus Renaud nearly added another devastating chapter to their story. While it's confirmed that Lucky will survive his latest run-in with the notorious criminal, his family will endure some nerve-wracking moments as they wait for updates at General Hospital. Lulu Falconeri will rely on Dante Falconeri for comfort, seeking solace in his unwavering presence. Meanwhile, Laura Collins will have to hold her breath until the doctors finally bring good news about her son's condition. But even though Lucky will pull through, this entire ordeal could have lasting emotional effects on him and his loved ones. After such a close call, will he take a step back from the chaos that surrounds his life, or will this only fuel his desire to bring justice to those who have wronged him? Carly Spencer's wrath. Will Jack Brennan's secrets cost him everything? Jocelyn Jack's face-off with Cyrus Renaud will leave Carly Spencer on edge, and when she learns just how close her daughter came to losing her life, there will be hell to pay. Carly is known for her fierce protectiveness, and when she starts pushing for answers, she won't stop until she uncovers the full truth. The question is, will she find out that Jack Brennan played a role in this by supplying Jocelyn with the address to Cyrus' hideout? Jack Brennan has been walking a dangerous line with his involvement in Jocelyn's affairs. While he may have thought he was helping her, his actions may have only put her in greater danger. And if Carly connects the dots and realizes that Brennan has also been trying to recruit Jocelyn for the WSB, her fury will be unmatched. Brennan might believe he's grooming Jocelyn for something greater, but in Carly's eyes, he's been manipulating her daughter into life-threatening situations. If she discovers his true intentions, their relationship might not just be over, it could turn into an all-out war. Justice for Sam McCall. Will Cyrus finally pay for his crimes? One of the most anticipated moments of the week is the quest for justice for Sam McCall. Cyrus Renaud's actions have destroyed lives, and now, those who have suffered at his hands may finally get their long-awaited revenge. After orchestrating a reign of terror that included poisoning victims with digitalis, Cyrus has left behind a list of casualties that extends far beyond Sam. Dex Heller was another victim in his twisted game, and there are countless others who have suffered because of his relentless pursuit of power. Now, with his fate hanging in the balance, the question remains, will Cyrus be killed off for good, or will he somehow manage to slip through the cracks of justice once again? If he does meet his end, his enemies will undoubtedly celebrate, but what kind of ripple effects will his death have? For years, Port Charles has been plagued by villains who always seem to find a way to return. If Cyrus is taken down, is this truly the end, or will his legacy continue to haunt those who fought to bring him down? The final verdict, a week of explosive revelations. With everything coming to a head, the week of February 24th to 28th is shaping up to be one of the most action-packed stretches in recent General Hospital history. Will Sasha's web of deception finally unravel? Can Anna Devane manage the fallout from Cyrus' possible death? How will Lucky's near-death experience change his outlook on life? Will Carly's anger toward Jack Brennan spell the end of their relationship? And most importantly, will Cyrus Renaud finally be stopped once and for all? Next, we dive into an emotionally charged storyline that is bound to shake Port Charles to its core. Sasha Gilmore Corbin is at a crossroads, caught between the truth and the consequences that could unfold if she reveals it. With Michael Corinthos fighting for his life, his absence changes everything, including the future of their unborn child. How will Sasha navigate this delicate situation, and what does it mean for the Quartermaines, Willow, and the ongoing custody battle? Let's break down what's coming next. Sasha's impossible decision: will she reveal the truth about the baby? For a while, keeping the baby's paternity a secret seemed like the perfect solution. It ensured that Michael Corinthos could continue his fight against Willow Tate in their messy divorce, keeping the illusion of loyalty intact while using her own affair against her. Sasha had agreed to keep things quiet. Michael would stay married if he wanted, and she would remain in Port Charles, free to raise her child away from court-domain scrutiny. But now, everything has changed. Michael nearly died. And in that moment, as he drifted in and out of consciousness, his only concern was Sasha and their unborn child. Could his brush with death have changed his perspective? If Michael has reconsidered his role in the baby's life, where does that leave Sasha? If she sticks to their original agreement, she risks losing the chance for her child to have a father. But if she decides to come clean, she could throw Michael's entire world into further chaos, especially with his marriage still legally binding. And then there's the biggest question of all: does she even have the right to make that choice without his permission? Michael's absence changes everything. How long will he be gone? One of the most uncertain elements in this story is just how long Michael will be away. He is heading to Germany for treatment, and while everyone hopes for a speedy recovery, there's no telling how long it will take before he returns to Port Charles. This presents a serious problem for Sasha. As long as Michael is gone, his divorce remains unresolved. Any revelation of his infidelity could be used against him in the proceedings, jeopardizing his chances of getting custody of Wiley Corinthos. If Sasha were to reveal the truth now, it could cause a legal nightmare, not just for Michael but for their unborn child as well. She will have to keep quiet for now. But how long can she hold on to this secret, especially as the pregnancy progresses? And if Michael's absence extends well beyond the duration of her pregnancy, what will she do when she's forced to face the court-domains alone? Sasha's worst fear: losing her child to the court-domains. One of Sasha's biggest concerns is the possibility of losing control over her own child's future. The court-domains are a powerful family, and if they discover that Michael is the father, they could push to have a say in how the child is raised, whether Sasha likes it or not. Without Michael acting as a mediator, Sasha could find herself at the mercy of people like Ned Quartermain, who would undoubtedly want to ensure that the baby is raised within the family. Even Carly Spencer, despite her complicated history with Sasha, might feel the need to step in and help, which could ultimately mean taking more control than Sasha is comfortable with. She has already made peace with raising this baby alone. But with Michael in Germany, she's beginning to realize that things may not be so simple. Could she end up fighting an entirely new battle just to keep her baby from being absorbed into the Quartermain dynasty? The weight of unfinished conversations. What did Michael want to tell Sasha? Sasha has been left reeling, wondering what exactly Michael was trying to say to her when he briefly woke up from sedation. She thought they had already worked everything out. She would raise the baby on her own, and he would respect that decision. But was he trying to change the plan? She has time to think, but that might be the worst part of all. The longer Michael is away, the more her mind fills with possibilities. Did nearly dying give him a new perspective? Did he suddenly decide that he wants to be a father, despite everything that has happened? Or was it just a moment of desperation, with no real intention behind his words? And then there's the other question that lingers in Sasha's mind: if Michael truly does want to be involved, is she ready for that? This entire arrangement was supposed to be about keeping things clean, avoiding unnecessary drama. But now, with Michael's accident forcing them to confront harsh realities, Sasha might have to admit something she never planned on: she might want him to be part of this after all. Had Michael died, would Sasha have told the truth? One of the most heartbreaking thoughts running through Sasha's mind is what she would have done if Michael hadn't survived. Would she have told everyone the truth? Losing Michael would have changed everything. Without him there as a buffer, she might have been forced to reveal the paternity, either out of grief or out of sheer necessity. On the other hand, fear could have driven her to remain silent forever, worried that without Michael's protection, she would have no choice but to let the Quartermaines take over. It's a dark thought, but it lingers in the back of her mind. How different would things be if Michael wasn't still fighting? And does that mean she should act now, while she still has the chance to make this decision with him rather than without him? What happens next? A storm is coming. With so many unanswered questions and unresolved emotions, one thing is clear: this story is far from over. Will Sasha keep her promise and stay silent, or will she decide that the truth needs to come out? How will Michael's extended absence impact their plans for the baby? Can Sasha maintain control over her child's future, or will the Quartermaines step in? What did Michael want to say before he was taken to Germany? And will she ever get the chance to hear it?